So good evening, everybody. I want to thank everybody for being here and taking the time to learn who your candidates are. And I want to, of course, always thank the candidates for being a candidate and placing their name on the ballot for criticism, good or bad, from the public. That being said, I'm Bruno Lozano, the former mayor of the city of Del Rio. I grew up here in Del Rio, proud graduate of Del Rio High School in class of 2001. It's going to be 25 years this summer. It's hard to believe the progress that we've made as a community from 25 years ago up until today. I'm very proud to have been part of that back in 2018 when I first won the election. I also am a veteran, United States veteran. I served my country for 2 years. I was stationed in Shaw Air Force Base and deployed to Kuwait City, where I did carry fallen soldiers as they made their way back home. That being said, I also have been a career flight attendant. I've been in the industry for 19 years this year, 12 years at Delta Airlines, where I proudly serve the Veterans Business Group, representing the veteran community within my company. A Fortune 500 company has given me the opportunity to see the world and bring the world back to Del Rio. That being said, I placed my name on the ballot because I believe that, generationally speaking, it's time for my generation to take the lead and to carry the light that previous generations have carried forth to us. I look forward to working again for the citizens of Val Verde County, and I thank you, and yeah, that's my introduction. Thank you.
Mr. Lozano, the same question, how will you advocate at the state level in Austin to reduce that burden of unfunded mandates on the local taxpayer?
That's a great question, and my response would be you lead. You lead by example. When we experienced the crisis of the immigration under the bridge back in 2021, I basically had to take center stage to help coordinate a lot of the efforts that were not being funded by the federal government or the state agencies. And once we got together with the county and other state agencies and federal agencies, we were able to demand that they come and help us out here in Del Rio, Texas. After the crisis, I went and represented the city of Del Rio and Val Verde County at a joint session at the state, and I told them our experience, and I told them how unfunded we are when these situations happen. How are we expected to respond to situations in crisis if we're not even funded for the regular times? With that information, you also relay that information to your state and federal elected officials, in this particular case state, as we're talking about state unfunded mandates, and you tell our state legislation that municipalities and counties are struggling to fund the current mandates without any additional mandates that are not funded. And you have to have resolve and communication with all the leaders in different channels, not just within here, but you have to be able to communicate the deficiencies that are currently at the table and be able to come together to find workable solutions to the state legislation position. Thank you.
So what experience do you have managing budgets, records, public funds, and how will that ultimately influence your leadership?
So as mayor, I'm very proud of the accomplishments that we had with my council. We did move the city forward. During COVID, we did not furlough any employee at the city of Del Rio, and that's because we were balancing the budget. Even though tax revenue was coming down, we didn't generate hardly as traditional wholesale revenue tax, except we were still able to find resources to fund the facade grants, for example, in downtown Del Rio. And because we were able to continue those investments by finding and managing money properly, we were able to continue to invest in downtown Del Rio. So management skills, managing finances is something that I have purview to as far as being the mayor of the city of Del Rio. And as far as record keeping, I am a full believer in open records requests and responding to those requests. I also believe in having open session as much as possible, taking public accountability when things are not going in any particular way that the public feels it should be. I'm a firm believer. I've also conducted joint sessions when we were all together with the county judge in office, with himself, with the school district and hospital district, to help find solutions for our community's issues at various different stages of crisis here. Thank you.
How will you balance the need for essential county services with that goal of maintaining a conservative tax rate for the residents?
I think it's important to, as Judge Owens just mentioned, to have a vision, but we also need to know what that vision looks like. The county has an opportunity to expand its industrial park presence with the 3,000 acres that it currently owns. It has an opportunity to work with the city of Del Rio to develop an economic development plan. We also have an opportunity to jump with the city and look at future infrastructure investments regarding international crossings. I think it's important that counties like Val Verde County look at other examples along the border, such as Webb County and where Brownsville sits, Farr County, as far as how their plans are done jointly with city and county relationships to find revenue sources that are unique and different for all of us living on the border. A lot of cities and counties would love to have a relationship with being able to cross into economic trade, and we sit right here. And we need to start thinking about these kind of ideas and looking into the future so we can fund the future vision of what it means to be a resident of Val Verde County. I also do believe that developing an industrial parks will also help alleviate not just lowering the tax impact, but also creating skill set jobs that this area desperately needs. And I also firmly believe that we can look into further educating our public and ensuring that education prevails in Val Verde County. So again, I just want to thank you again, everybody, for joining, and for those of you on social media for watching. I have been the mayor for 4 years. Within those 4 years, I've also established Honest PTSD awareness. I'm a big advocate for mental health and and ensuring that the public has resources available or how to connect to those resources. As utilizing the Veteran Service Office myself, I'm a huge advocate and supporter to ensuring that somebody is there for you. That being said, again, I do believe that my track record as being the representative of Del Rio during my tenureship proves itself. Leadership matters, and so does relationship building. Communicating with all agencies across the board, including local, county, and state agencies, is crucial during crises, but it's most important when it's calm, like right now. Right now, we need leadership that can understand the complexities of being able to communicate and understand the jurisdictions between all agencies and how we can advance our community forward. I'm Bruno Lozano, and I ask for your vote for the primary March 3rd, and then again in November. Thank you so much.